Hi, this is Heather Jerome from heatherjerome.com and from the Sonatas and Partitas.com. This is a video in the Arranger's Corner. There are several videos that you might want to watch in this little group. What I'm making now are a few videos on when we're arranging the solo string music for the guitar or for another instrument, when we might want to add a bass note. Now, as I explained in a previous video, we are trying to think how Bach thought. Now, in the other video, I suggested looking for patterns and following them. And I had made the suggestion that people could look at the lute suites and write down all the final cadences and transpose them to C and compare them. Now, that's not exactly a pattern. It's a little module. And this video is going to show an opening module at work in a couple of the pieces in the Sonatas and Partitas where we might decide to use that module to inform one of our choices. So looking at the first partita, we have this. Okay, so here we have a beginning. Now let's look at the bass line all by itself. It goes B, A sharp, to do that. Now that in a minor key is just such a quintessential opening. I mean, it's here. It's in this piece by Logi. It's all over. Now, so in this piece by Bach, why wouldn't he have completed the line to have it? So that you have the nice Phrygian cadence. Well, the same reason as we discussed in one of the other videos, that note is not available on the violin. So if you are playing this on the guitar, I would recommend adding that note in. It just fits in with a very common little schema, a little module. It's like a little Lego building block that is commonly used, extremely commonly used to start pieces in minor keys. It also is like the building block of pretty much all the pieces in the D minor partita with the Chaconne. Now, what about this piece? This is the first sonata. So we've got this beginning. Now imagine you've heard 1,000 pieces that start, but now you're hearing one that starts. Why? Again, the violin doesn't have those low notes. So if you are playing it on the guitar or the keyboard, and the keyboard, that arrangement that was made in Bach's day, either by Bach or by his son-in-law, it's in his son-in-law's handwriting, who's also his student. So obviously Bach saw it, and that has the nice low bass line continuing on. So that is just another instance of where you might find a little module, what the people call a little schema, and keep your eyes open for those things when you're making your arrangements. But what I'd like to draw your attention to now is that these two little passages, even though they're built on the same or a similar bass line, they actually work a little bit differently, because the A minor one, that one's the same as all the other examples I showed, like with the other piece by Bach and the one by Logi. But the one from the B minor partita, that one changes chords at every beat. That one's just sort of like your introduction with tonic, subdominant, dominant. But the A minor one, the one by Logi, that one's built over either a repeated chord or a sustaining chord. The effect is of a descending bass line over a static tonic chord. And again, the question always to ask yourself is, if you do see one of these very commonly used formulas and there's a slight change to it, Why is the change there? Sometimes the change is there purely for artistic reasons, but most of the time the change is there because of a logistical reason. Now, the thing is also with Bach, when you start to be aware of these things and you start to be aware of like where the violin had a limitation and what did Bach do about it, it makes you appreciate his ingeniosity, if that's a word, even more, because the way he gets around these little problems make his music stronger. And you do see that all through the sonatas and partitas. So I hope you found this helpful. As always, feel free to let us know by commenting below. You can subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications if you want to find out when more videos are going to be uploaded. There will be several more on this Arranger's Corner about when to make changes, when to add notes, how to decide if you do want to add something or make a change, how to decide what might be a viable option. You can always subscribe to our newsletter on sonatasandpartitas.com, and that way also you can be part of the club and updated when new videos are uploaded.